Hi everyone, this is Nick Carlisle with Costello and Marketplace One Realty. Have you seen all those crazy news headlines and dramatic videos about the real estate market lately? They are all over my news feed, and as usual, there's very little factual, data-driven content out there. So I figured I would join the noise in my own way and help you see through the fog of the doom and gloom, sky is falling content. So let's start off with some straight facts, and then we'll use those as a guide to find our narrative. The total number of homes for sale has doubled compared to last year. So there's twice as many homes for sale right now compared to last year. But despite this, our median home prices have continued to climb. So we're up 5% year over year for home prices. Additionally, foreclosures have doubled since last year. And yes, that sounds really dramatic until you realize they went from about 1% to about 2%. So really it's not statistically significant. In addition, short sales and lender-owned sales, these are usually people in default or foreclosure that collectively are referred to as distressed sales or distressed properties. Those make up 0.1% of our total market right now, which is actually half as much compared to last year. So there's our data. What's the narrative? To recap, we have twice as many homes actively for sale right now as we did last year, but despite this, home prices are still going up. Not as dramatically, not 20 to 25% a year, but 5% a year, which is more historical. Additionally, our biggest shift we've seen is this interest rate increase. We were down in the 3%, now we're up in the high 6 to low 7%. So what has that done? Well, that is the main driver for our inventory increase. But remember, inventory doubling is still a drop in the bucket and is absolutely necessary. Remember, just 6 months ago, there was 20 offers on every single home, essentially. That is an unsustainable real estate market. We did not want that to continue. So that's what's happening right now. Where are we going? Well, the way I see it, the next 3 months will be kind of a period of stabilization still, as interest rates either hold steady or come down just a little bit. But the next 6 to 12 months will likely see a significant drop in interest rates, which will cue up a big wave of refinancing from people that are in a 6-7% mortgage right now down to a 4 to 5% mortgage. In addition, it looks like prices are going to continue to climb in that historic, stable 3 to 6% a year number. So what does all this mean to you? Well, if you're in a position where you're potentially thinking about buying a home, I would strongly caution you away from trying to time the market. Trying to wait for the perfect interest rate before moving into the market is essentially gambling. And here's what I mean by that. Let's say that March comes around and interest rates are exactly where you want them to be. So you decide to enter the market. You start talking to real estate agents, looking at homes, getting pre-qualified with a lender. You see some properties, you make a couple offers, you find a good deal, you start the escrow process. A few weeks in, you're finally able to lock in your interest rate. So realistically, you saw that rates were great in March, but now it's May and they've changed. There's no guarantee they're still going to be what they are. Not to mention what's going to happen to prices between now and May. There's just too many factors to look at just interest rates as your sole decision-making factor. If you're considering selling a home, know that the average days on market is at 50 days, up from 31 days, which was our last year average. So it's taking a little bit longer to sell a home right now. However, remember that prices are still up 5% from last year. So while it may take a little longer, there's really no reason to believe that with a solid marketing strategy and a knowledgeable agent at the helm, you still can't get top dollar for your home. Well, as always, real estate is just not a one-size-fits-all industry. So any decision you make should take into account your unique story and context, as well as wise counsel from people that you trust and from industry experts. I would love to be a part of that conversation. So if real estate is on your mind at all, please reach out, let's connect and talk it through. As always, thanks so much for watching. So what does all this mean to you? Well, if you're in a position to potentially purchase a property, doom and gloom, folks. We're here for the doom and gloom.